Hello everyone, I'm Lindsay M. Casilier from BSED English 1A. So now, join me as I answer questions related to English landscape of Korea. So number 1. Why is English considered very important in South Korea and how does it affect students' future opportunities? I think English is very important in South Korea because, as explained in the study, it is viewed as an essential tool for global competitiveness and both for individuals and for the country. The reading mentions that English symbolizes success, modernity, and higher socioeconomic status, which is why many students and families invest heavily learning it. So, English proficiency also works as a gatekeeping factor because universities and employers often require strong English skills. So because of this, students who perform well in English usually have more opportunities for higher education and better careers in the future. So number 2, how did the 7th National Educational Curriculum change the way English is taught in primary and secondary schools? From what I understood in the file, the 7th National Educational Curriculum made a major change by introducing English as a regular subject starting in the 3rd grade of elementary school. So the goal shifted toward developing communicative competence, meaning students should actually use English in real communication. Teaching began with listening activities before reading and writing, and lessons included songs, games, role plays, and student-centered tasks. This shows that curriculum moved away from traditional grammar-focused teaching and encouraged more practical language use in everyday situations. So, number 3. What challenges do teachers face when implementing communicative language teaching in their classrooms? So, based on the study, teachers try to follow communicative teaching policies, but they face many real classroom challenges. So the research shows that teachers often modify lessons depending on their students' needs, their own beliefs about learning, and classroom conditions. Some teachers mention that textbooks contain mostly pictures and limited written content, making review difficult for students. So assessment systems also limit how teachers evaluate learning. Because of these factors, teachers cannot always apply communicative language teaching exactly as the policy intends. So number 4. How does the Korean Scholastic Ability Test influence the way English is taught in secondary schools? So in my understanding, the Korean Scholastic Ability Test or KSAT has a strong influence on English teaching because it mainly measures listening, reading, and linguistic knowledge. So, the study describes this as a backwash effect where exams shape classroom instructions. So, since students' university admission depends heavily on KSAT results, teachers focus on test preparation and receptive skills instead of speaking and writing. Even though policies promote communicative competence, exam pressure pushes teaching toward test-oriented learning. Number 5. Do you think government policies alone can improve English proficiency in a country? Why or why not? So for me, government policies alone cannot fully improve English proficiency because the study explains that policies are not simply followed exactly as written. So teachers act as policy implementers who interpret and adopt policies depending on their classroom context. The case studies show that actual teaching practices vary based on teacher decisions, student needs, and school environments. So this means improvement in English proficiency depends not only on government reforms but also on how teachers and learners apply those policies in real situations. So that's it. Thank you everyone for listening and staying with me until the end. Have a nice day and goodbye.